New tonight, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria joined mayors from across California at the state capitol today. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. The mayors are urging Governor Gavin Newsom and state lawmakers to continue to fund critical homelessness programs. CBS 8's Brian White is live downtown to break down what they're asking for. Brian.
Well, it's all about the state's HAP program. That stands for Homeless Housing Assistance and Prevention. And it's been funding homeless programs across the state now. These mayors are asking state lawmakers to keep that money flowing.
If HAP were to be reduced, unquestionably the programs that we're currently using those fundings for would have to be reduced or eliminated. And that would push more people out on the street.
A bipartisan coalition of mayors from California's 13 largest cities, including Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego, are making the case for why HAP funding is so essential.
Without this billion-dollar investment every year for the past 4 years, 5 years, now going on 6 years, this problem would be significantly worse than it already is.
Since 2018, the city of San Diego has received more than $83 million worth in grants from HAP, and they're anticipating another $30 million this current round for things like shelter bed expansion, safe parking programs, and street outreach. Mayor Gloria says HAP funding has been getting results.
In April of 2021, my city had roughly 1,000 shelter beds. Fast forward to today, we have over 2,000 shelter beds serving thousands of San Diegans.
The state is facing a $68 billion deficit right now, largely due to severe declines in revenue last year. So far, the current proposed budget does not include more funding for HAP, which is why the big city mayors, who all say homelessness is the #1 issue they're facing, are making the big push in Sacramento.
If HAP is lost, I believe we lose our battle against homelessness in the state of California.
We all identify this as #1. So even in a difficult budget year, our belief is that the governor and the legislature will continue to prioritize solutions to this challenge, and we can find a way to make this work.
The bottom line is they're asking for no less than $1 billion total for another round of HAP funding. And not only that, they want state lawmakers to make this a permanent, ongoing commitment. Back to you guys.
Brian, when can we expect an answer on whether the state will provide more HAP funding?
Well, we do know that the state legislature has to make a decision on their next budget by midnight on June 15th. So we'll know at least by then whether or not we're going to see more HAP funding coming our way.
All right, thanks so much for that update. An arrest has been made in a shooting at an apartment complex in City Heights. Tonight, San Diego police say 32-year-old Edgar Sanchez shot the 33-year-old victim in the courtyard of the complex on 36th Street just before 2:30 this morning. According to police, Sanchez walked onto the property from an alley and shot the victim while he was standing in the courtyard. Police say Sanchez does have a relative who lives at the complex, but investigators haven't given any other details about a possible motive. The victim's name has not been released.
A Coast Guard petty officer found guilty of manslaughter in the death of her 5-month-old daughter has been released from the Miramar brig. As CBS 8's David Gofferson reports, she spent 2 years behind bars before an appellate court finally overturned her conviction.
How does it feel to be out of custody?
A breath of fresh air.
Coast Guard Petty Officer Kate Richard walked out of the Miramar brig on April 18th. 4 years to the day after she found her 5-month-old daughter Scarlett dead in her crib inside a home she shared with her husband in Kodiak, Alaska. A military jury acquitted her of murder charges in 2022, but convicted her of manslaughter.
The first night I got there, I was on the floor in a holding cell, cement, with nothing around me, on the ground in a fetal position, bawling, saying, "I didn't do this, I shouldn't be here."
She spent nearly 800 days behind bars until her conviction was finally overturned last month on appeal.
With a wrongful conviction, you lose not only, in my case, my daughter, my only child. I lost my marriage. It broke apart my marriage. It broke apart many friends and acquaintances. My reputation in the Coast Guard is ruined.
The Coast Guard yeoman remains on active duty and spoke to me on Zoom from a Coast Guard base in Los Angeles.
I understand about postpartum depression.
Her conviction was based in part on this interrogation video and the fact that she admitted to investigators that she suffered from postpartum depression.
I didn't kill her. I didn't hurt my daughter at all. And just because I had postpartum depression doesn't mean that I was a murderer. I was a killer.
An autopsy found the baby died of asphyxiation, a cause of death that can include sudden infant death syndrome.
Do you think she died of SIDS?
Yeah, I really do. That's what I believe this entire time. That's what the ER report said.
Richard says she will soon be transferred to Virginia.
This weekend, I sat on by the ocean watching the sunset, crying and crying and crying and crying because I couldn't save her. Like, that still sticks in my head, that the one person I couldn't save was my own daughter.
The Coast Guard declined to comment on the case, but military prosecutors could still refile manslaughter charges against Richard, although her defense attorney tells me at this point that seems unlikely. Reporting from MCAS Miramar, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. Tonight, San Diego County officials are trying to decide how to spend millions of dollars they've received from the federal government to help asylum seekers.
County leaders say more than 100,000 asylum seekers have been released into San Diego over the past 6 months. FEMA says more than $39 million is headed here to our county to support those migrants. Half of that money, though, is going to local organizations. They say they're willing to work with the county to allocate the other half of that grant.
It's really a critical opportunity for the county to come alongside organizations like JFS and Catholic Charities, in addition to those advocates and organizations that are supporting for the folks that are being released to the streets of San Diego.
The county has until Friday to come up with a plan.
Calling all artists, dreamers, and anyone who wants to create with community. UC San Diego's Thurgood Marshall College is hosting a big event where you can come and be part of an artful experience.
As CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes found out, their goal is to create a more just world. She joins us live with more. Kirsten?
Yeah, I'm here at the Epstein Family Theater on the campus of UCSD because they're calling all students, faculty, artists, activists, really the entire public to come right here tomorrow night and dream about what a more just world looks like for you. It's part of the Thurgood Marshall Artist in Residence Program, and this year's artist says they need your help.
Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. I grew up in Southeast San Diego, and actually all of my aunts and my mom went to UCSD at some point in their collegiate career.
Kelsey Daniels is UCSD's Thurgood Marshall College Artist in Residence. It's her job to bring students, faculty, and the community of San Diego together in art, and their ties to UCSD run deep.
I have memories of coming up to UCSD when my aunt worked here as a kid, running around the residence halls.
In 2020, this is what the community came together to create. But because the campus is under construction this year, they're focusing on spoken word so that we can feel what we need to feel in order to create.
Marshall, I think, is kind of unique because we were founded by a student movement to address issues of social justice and equity.
Leslie Carver is the provost for the Thurgood Marshall Artist in Residence Program.
We selected Kelsey Daniels, who is a phenomenal artist. She just really spoke to us with her mission and the way her art speaks to issues of social justice, community, and identity.
UCSD's Artist in Residence Program is a year-long residency open to all UC San Diego students, faculty, and staff, as well as members of the general public. The university encourages applications from Black, Indigenous, people of color artists who aim to challenge gender, racial, and sociocultural barriers. Kelsey, who uses they/them pronouns, says they're honored to join the ranks of esteemed talent.
And I saw like James Avery was one of the former artist residents.
And Kelsey wants to showcase the community's hidden talent and dreams.
To activate what's already been done and also remind students of their power to exist in these spaces that weren't built for us and make something that is affirming and lit.
Okay, so UCSD is waiting until the fall or end of summer to start the application process because they're still going through construction. But tomorrow night, you can find out more about the Artist in Residence Program with the show right here at 6:30 at the Epstein Theater. The show starts at 7:30, but you can get in on that creative group experience starting at 6:30. More details on our website, cbs8.com. Reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Okay, Kirsten, besides that, is there somewhere where artists, activists, and creators can go to get more information about the Artist in Residence Program? And what do they need to know now to get ready for it?
Absolutely. Okay, so it's free to apply. You'll get a $1,000 stipend, and you can go online at marshall.ucsd.edu. You can find out about all the other artists that have been in this program and how you can get more information to apply or even
work with the group.
What a great opportunity. Kirsten Holmes reporting for us. Thanks, Kirsten.
The San Diego Police Department is looking for people to join its force.
This Saturday, the department is holding its third Pave the Way Career Expo. The department is looking for people from all backgrounds. You just need to have a desire to serve the community. The expo is from 8 in the morning until noon at Police Plaza. That's just off Murphy Canyon Road. The department says people interested should register for the event. Just head to the website you see on your screen, sandiego.gov/police.